finish in this series is good no matter what, and he's kind of weaving around trying to block Herta. Oh, there's that inside move of Herta. We'll see what happens. He does the crossover. Doesn't get it, though. I think that Herta pulled it off.
Boy, he did. Colton Herta threw it deep into turn number 1, Jake Query, but he'll take that second spot away from Neil Alberico.
Yep, and now he tries to, of course, get himself a little bit of distance, but the bottom line is he's not going to have time. He's going to have to hope for something to mechanically go wrong for Telitz because he has flat absolutely checked out on the rest of the field. But Colton Herta, been involved in a couple of good battles today, manages to find his way now up into the second position. He's going to work his way now around the baseball stadium. Here comes Colton Herta in that second spot to you, Dave.
Aaron Telitz already lapping some of the back markers. That's how dominant and how impressive his performance has been here this afternoon. But a tip of the hat to Colton Herta. Here's a young man that isn't used to finishing anywhere but first. Overseas last year, he was third in the Euro Formula Open F3 Championship. He had 4 wins overseas. Brought him back to the U.S. He's still a hard charger. Looking good here this afternoon.
Yeah, still, though, the advantage is 12.4 seconds for Aaron Telitz, Davey, which is 4 laps to go. Herta's not going to catch him unless we have a full course caution. But remember, a year ago we had some problems for one of those Belardi cars that was driven by Zach Veach, who had a race dominated.
That's right. You never know. You can't count it over till it's over. But I'll tell you right now that 18 car, he is sliding that Kaiser. I mean, he's sliding that thing around, getting down to turn 1. Oh, man, there's a great battle from 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th right now.
Yeah, boy, that is Kyle Kaiser trying to hold off Pato O'Ward, who's trying to hold off Zachary Clayman DeMello, who's now has his fans full with the Andretti Autosport driver of Nico Jamin. Dave, first, you've got 4 cars headed at you out of turn number 9, and they're all hungry to try to grab that top 5 spot.
You know, turn 10 you would think is a good spot to make a pass, but so far this afternoon, everyone has stayed in line, although Pato O'Ward just took a peek inside to perhaps see if there was an opportunity for a pass. Didn't happen that time. We'll see if we see a good pass here the rest of the way.
3 laps to go. Rob Howden for Aaron Telitz.
Yeah, Nick, we're seeing some fantastic racing here, and I think the push to pass starting to come into play. I conferred with the guys at Andretti. That move that put Colton Herta past and into second position was indeed a push to pass. Of course, Alberico not able to defend with push to pass on his own, so the job actually getting done by that new system. Herta on the button goes to second to the inside of turn 1.
5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th making their way through turn number 3. It's a train led by Kyle Kaiser, Jake.
And they seem to have separated themselves just a little bit this time by. It's Kaiser, then he's got O'Ward just behind him, then Clayman DeMello. Now Kaiser starts to get a little bit of activity behind him. Again, trying to hold off for that 6th spot. Kyle Kaiser right now running in 5th. He's got O'Ward just behind him.
Boy, fun to watch those cars kind of slide those race cars around Pioneer Park. I'll tell you what, Pato O'Ward, he's been lighting up the brakes all day long, Dave First. He's not letting Kyle Kaiser get away for 5th.
Yeah, he took a peek inside of Kaiser the last time around and stayed right behind him this time, and that doesn't mean he's losing any ground. I think Pato O'Ward's making up some ground, if nothing else.
Just 2 laps to go now for Aaron Telitz as he comes across the stripe to complete lap number 33. He has led every single one of them. The advantage back to Colton Herta is 12 seconds. 14 seconds back to Neil Alberico and 16 and a half back to Blackstock. Here comes Pato O'Ward. He'll jump to the inside, looking for 5th. Might have touched wheels with Kyle Kaiser. Pato O'Ward slides that car sideways. He'll take that 5th spot, Jake Query, as that bright yellow car comes into turn number 3.
And actually now we've got a problem, it seems, down on the outside of the racetrack. I take that back. Not a problem at all. That, I believe, is one of the slower cars just doing the sportsmanlike thing. That's Rickards letting everybody pass. That includes Kaiser, but it's too little too late for Kaiser, it seems, on that top 5.
Davey, that was a great pass, though, by Pato O'Ward.
It was a great pass. They both sideways getting in there, but they both gave each other, about an inch. Kellett, I heard some going down the front straightaway popping. This could bring our yellow flag out.
It's on the front straightaway. The white flag now waving for Aaron Telitz. I would think if Kellett can just stop that car right there, everyone can safely get by. But here comes Aaron Telitz into turn number 1, tugs on that steering wheel to the right, back to the left. Jake Query, this young man has absolutely dominated. He's headed your way for the final time today.
He will go down, assuming he hangs on here as the winner of this race. But the reality is, Nick, This is a win for the Mazda Road to Indy. Somebody coming up through the ladder series, and in addition to that, you look at second place in Colton Herta, somebody who had run F2000s as well. This is what it's designed to do. A couple of young Americans running right now, 1-2.
Boy, they are battling all throughout this field, but Dave, first, here comes Aaron Telitz for the final time.
It's as if he's in his own little race right now. Aaron Telitz comes down through turn 10, makes the left-hander clean through there. Aaron Telitz, last year's Pro Mazda champion, starting off on a right foot here in 2017.
Davey, we'll talk about this battle for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th when we see the checkered flag. But all the credit in the world goes to Belardi Auto Racing and Aaron Telitz. That young man from Wisconsin leads every single lap, and he will go to victory lane here at St. Petersburg to kick off the 2017 season. Telitz wins the opener for Indy Lights. Colton Herta will come across the line in second. Neil Alberico is third. Shelby Blackstock fourth. Pato Award is fifth. Meanwhile, for sixth, Kyle Kaiser's hanging on for dear life. Can he hold off Nico Jameen, Zachary Clayman DeMello, and Nico DePero out of the final corner? Here comes that Yunko scar. He will. Kaiser will hold off Jameen. He'll take the sixth position. Jameen will have to settle for seventh. Clayman DeMello comes home eighth, and Nico DePero will finish in ninth. Rob Howden, what a race throughout the field. It wasn't all that entertaining for Aaron Telitz up front, but boy, what a race here at Indy Lights.
Nick, this